Toby, it's great to see you again. We're sort of idiosyncratically benefiting from some LNG port shutdowns and other factors here. What do you expect is going to happen with nat gas prices as we move into the fall?
Well, listen, I think you cited the drop in natural gas prices recently. You go back a few months before that, we're talking about the extreme rise in natural gas prices. All of this just shows the incredible volatility that exists in the natural gas market today. Why does that volatility exist? It's because the supply-demand fundamentals are so tight right now that you're going to see short impacts. You're going to have short catalysts, small catalysts are going to have big impacts on price movements. And it's just a sign that we need to do more to put more supply into this world to reduce the volatility. But even where we sit right now, natural gas prices are still strong, and they'll continue to be strong in the future. But clearly, there's a sign that this industry can do a whole lot more, but we need some assistance to be able to get the infrastructure needed so that we can add more supply into this world.
Okay, well, if for instance, U.S. producers were able to supply the world as it needs, what do you need to make that happen? And presumably, there needs to be an investment in infrastructure. How quickly could all of that get up and running, even if regulation were not an obstacle?
Yeah, so very simple. We can build anything in this country, in 24 months. LNG facilities is no different. If you take regulation and the red tape out of the game. So if we have these LNG facilities and the pipelines that need to move the gas to those facilities, in less than 24 months, we could put gas on the doorstep of Europe for a cost of $9. And that would imply a $4 gas price here in the United States. Consumers in Europe would be thrilled to be getting gas at $9 because they're paying over $30 today. And American consumers to be getting $4 for their natural gas compared to the $6 today is an absolute bargain. The best news about this, though, Kelly, is that with that pricing structure, this industry can generate modest returns. And what that means is this is a profitable solution, which means this industry can finance this ourselves. It will cost the American government $0. The American taxpayer won't have to pay a dime. And this industry can get to work bringing the energy security to the U.S. and our allies around the world and replacing Russia's influence on the world stage.
So that said, it feels like we're at a moment where we need to see a gathering of energy leaders or almost like a G7 type thing to kind of explain to all the participants here, what does the U.S. need to do, and France and Germany and all the rest of it? What do the producers need to do in order to hit these certain benchmarks? I don't feel like that level of coordination is happening. And I understand, in the energy space, we don't want to recreate cartels. But does there need to be a globally coordinated effort to explain where all of this supply is going to come from and go in order to get us through the next, 12, 18 months period of time?
Yeah, Kelly, I think it's really important to mention that, leadership today is not responsible for this energy crisis that we're in today. This has been 10 years in the making. But I will tell you this leadership is responsible for how we get out of this. And the issues that we faced were simply a anti-hydrocarbon, anti-fossil fuel, keep it in the ground movement, has caused massive energy underinvestment and the current energy undersupply today. The concerning thing that you need to think about is, the energy crisis that we're in today, the high prices, the rampant inflation, the war in Ukraine. Oh, and by the way, emissions around the world are still rising. When leaders say that they're going to continue to double down on the policies that put us in this situation, they're doubling down on high prices, inflation, the war, Russia's influence on the world. And unfortunately, that's not going to be a winning solution. Let's step back and refresh. The good news is we have a great solution. The United States could be a leader in solving this. We can unleash our American energy and provide the energy security to the world while unleashing the biggest green initiative on the planet. And we can do it very quickly, but we're going to need our leaders to step back and reassess the situation.